Hey there, folks. This is Ed Beard again with the Employer's Edge. Thank you once again for joining me. If your organization has already set the strategic direction to move your workforce to a remote structure, there's some things you're going to have to know to help people become aware of if you're going to actually get the success you're expecting. And if you're expecting performance, remote performance, I mean, just the truth of it is also your job to help your people be successful doing that. We can already tell you by doing this a long time, people are not just going to wake up Monday morning, flip up their laptop at their kitchen table, and now everything is good. There are some personality profiles that will come into play. Some of those personalities that we all have as individuals actually work out quite nicely to encouraging remote performance, but some of them actually do not fit, and you can find out if these personalities do or do not fit by assessing people with our talent traits normative assessment. And it's actually kind of critical that you do this, and here's why. I just got off the phone with someone who is very right side. They're very high on their sense of urgency. It's just part of their personality. They said working remotely the first week was fine, but by the time they were midway through their second week, they were already going nuts. I mean, they had to get up from the kitchen table here at lunchtime and they had to go for walks. They had to go take care of some tasks just to satisfy that innate need in them to get things done. You'll find a big one here. Folks that are on their right side, a little higher on their people contact, they have to physically be around people. That's their identity. Well, now they're not physically around people for weeks at a time. How are you going to satisfy that need? Well, you'd better address that ahead of time and not wait for the problem to show up, because I guarantee you, these core personality mismatches to working remotely, they're going to show up, they are going to be a problem, and you are well advised to understand how they're going to show up so you can address them and avoid them ahead of time. One of the big ones that we've already got into this a number of times, folks that are very right side take charge, they're just naturally take charge kind of people. How do you take charge over something that's not there or people that aren't there when you have been traditionally used to just gathering the troops and taking charge of everyone that's closely and physically in proximity? How do you do that? They start to over command, over control. They start to put policies in place that actually fractures trust on the team. Some of those folks are really ending up with a big problem when at the very beginning the natural thought was, no problem, they'll just take charge of it, it's easy enough. No, yeah, it doesn't work that way. So if you want your people to be successful working remotely, assess them, let them know. What does success look like? Do they connect to being success? Where can they expect to have challenges not where their personalities are not exactly aligned with remote working, so that you can address it, help them understand it, and put plans in place to avoid the headaches that you have coming. If you need a little more information on how to get this all done, we've been doing this a long time. Give us a shout here at the Employer's Edge. Well, we'll get you there.